What's up, guys? It's Vash, and I want to do this review of this anime I just watched called Denpa Kyoshi, or Denpa Kyoshi, I think. Yeah, Denpa Kyoshi, yeah. I had it right the first time, fuck. Yeah, man, this anime, I read what it was about, and it said that it was kind of, I just looked at the categories, and it said it was a slice of life, romance, harem comedy. I was just kind of like, okay, like, I'm not reviewing one of those right now, I don't think, so... Shema Mountain Testament is sort of gone off, so that was the Harem Ecchi series, and High School D&D Born is out, but I've done the previous, well, I didn't review them, but I did, watch the previous two, and I don't want to just start with the third one, so if I do that, I'll just do a review of the series as a whole, instead of jumping into part 3, so I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to do reviews on that, but I just kind of looked at this one, and I was just kind of like, okay, I see the main character, he kind of looks like a grown-up Negi, and I was just like, okay, let's see what this is about. And I watched the episode, and I fucking love this series, though, man. It is fucking amazing, like, the comedy in this series, and the way, his name is Jun'ichirō Kagami, the way he is in the show, he is like a completely eccentric, you can tell he's a genius, he's just an eccentric sort of, he's just weird, man. He's a weird sort of character, though, man. And I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed this series. He's an otaku. He's like 24 years old. He's an otaku. And like 7 years prior to the main storyline, he published a paper that he said was about like a warp door, like a dimensional door or something like that. That got like notoriety for the most part. You know what I'm saying? It just became a famous paper because he theoretically proved that like a dimensional door, like a gap sort of thing, could exist. Like he actually made a blueprint to show how it could be built, but he said the technology won't be available until the 22nd century. And he was basing this, from what I can gather, just on the advancement of technology from today to when it would be at the peak to be able to make this door. So I'm just like, wow, this dude's smart as shit, And yeah, he's a serious otaku. He's obsessed with this one anime for the most part. Something about heroes or something like that. He just keeps talking about heroes. And so it's kind of like, okay, that was weird. And his little sister is just kind of like, hey, you got to do something, because you just can't sit around and be an otaku all day. And she makes him apply as a teacher at his former high school. And he gets the job. And he was sad about it, though, man. He was just kind of like, talking to the principal, he was just like, I was really hoping you were going to turn me down. But the principal was just kind of like, no, you're a genius and blah, 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 and all this sort of stuff. But it turns out that Junichiro's character is like, he says that he has like Y and D. That's what they call it. And I like the joke there because it was like Y and D, the letters Y and D when he said it, but when everyone else said it back to me, it was the word Y and the name D, like D-E-E. So I thought that was funny as shit. But he was pretty much, he said that he has Y and D, and he says that he can only do what he yearns to do. That's as far as it goes for him. He can't do anything, other than what he yearns to do. That's it. And I was just like, oh, I like that. That's different. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't do, it's almost like, I don't know if you guys have seen Hyoka, but in Hyoka, there's the character, the main character, Oreki. And he has a motto pretty much where he says, like, if I don't have to do it, I won't. And if I have to do it, make it quick. So, Oreki has his little mantra that he follows, and he follows it to the T. You know what I'm saying? Which is, cool. And Junichiro has the same sort of motto. It's not based on the same principle, but he has that motto of, I can only do what I yearn to do, and that's how it is for him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to be a teacher. But when he notices the demographics in the classroom of how one student, what the fuck was her name? Was it Monaco? Hold on, let me look it up. I'm sorry, because I just got finished watching. I didn't take any notes or anything like that. Yeah, Monaco. Wow, I got it right. Her name was Monaco. He saw that she was being isolated within the classroom, and he looked at it. He noticed. He was just kind of like, okay, I see how it is in this classroom. And I thought that was great, though, man. I think his character is awesome. You know what I'm saying? The art, it looks kind of like bright to me. I don't know if that's just, it might have just been my computer, or it might have been my own. Again, I didn't have my glasses on, and My eyes are fucking up right now. That's why I keep rubbing it. But it looked very, very bright. But I think that works in this case. You know what I'm saying? Like the vibrancy of the colors and just the Jun'ichirō alone is a very bright character. He has red hair. He wears like a pink coat. So he's just a very, very bright character. And in this episode, I like what he did with the girls who were bullying Minako. The girls are bullying Minako by posting up like personal information on like one of these underground websites in the school, and Jun'ichirō like becomes aware of this, and what he does is he puts those trio of girls on the receiving end of that, whereas he dumps some flour on their head, some chalk flour, because they put chalk flour in a drink and made Minako drink it. And Minako wants to be a voice actress, and you know, if her voice is damaged, then that dream is going to be crushed. So Jun'ichirō took matters in his own hands, and he poured chalk dust on them. I mean, like chalk powder on them, and then he's recording it the entire time to a live feed. And these guys are just like, no, don't put this shit up. You're supposed to be a teacher. You have no proof. And then he was like, proof? You guys are on the underground website all the time. And he was like, holy shit, he hacked the site. And this one I was just kind of like, yeah, this dude is amazing. He was like, hack the site. No, I made this site when I was in high school. He made that site that they were using 7 years prior. I was kind of like, yeah, I made this site. I forgot about it, and I come back, and this is what you guys have done to it. This was a website that he created in order for otakus in order to trade pictures with one another, like anime pictures and stuff like that, so they can be able to trade it without being, you know, hounded in class. And I was just kind of like, okay. And then he says, yep, I'm about to go ahead and do it right now. And he sends all their personal information to the stuff, phone numbers, addresses, parents' phone numbers, all this sort of stuff. He just uploads all their personal information on this live feed or whatever. And then the leader of this trio of girls, the blonde-haired girl, her phone rings, and she thinks it's somebody calling, oh my God, somebody got my personal information, they're about to come fuck with me. But it was actually Jun'ichirō, and he was just like, everything you saw on this iPad was false. This was a fake feed created by me. But now you understand what it's like when you're on the receiving end of being bullied. Go ahead and stop doing what you're doing to her. And he just fucking walks away. I'm just like, this dude is gangster. And they all just break down crying. And then Minako comes up. She's like, hey, I told you I can do this myself. I'm supposed to be a hero. And being a hero is a lonely battle. And then he was just like, yeah, heroes are lonely. They may have lonely pasts and they may have, you know, lonely lives, but they don't fight alone. And he makes a reference to the show that those two are fond of. But then he makes a reference to Batman and Robin. He's like, even Batman had Robin as his sidekick. Heroes don't fight alone. And then he says the quote that she remembers is what took her away from her life as a delinquent, because she was a delinquent. And she actually had thoughts of suicide because she had family problems. But she was in an open chat with someone whose initials were like YK or something like that, or KY. And they said something along the lines of, if there isn't a hero, then become one, you know. And it turns out that it was him. He was the one who had said that all those years prior to her, you know what I'm saying, being in the league. I don't know how much time went by. It might have been a year or two, but he was in that chat room. He said that to her. That modeled her life, and she has since become a model student who wants to become a voice actress. And I was just like, wow, I'm enjoying this shit already. And then we have the shady sort of shadowed out character. I don't know who the fuck that was, because I don't know shit about this show. I just randomly fucking clicked on it and randomly watched it, but I highly recommend it though. And this anime is going to be cool. I can already tell it's going to be something that I enjoy, just simply because of the main character. The main male character in a harem anime or in a romance comedy are usually uninteresting to me. The male characters usually are. The girl characters are usually very, very interesting, but the male characters are usually uninteresting. But this guy is the complete opposite. He is just such an eccentric badass though, man. Like, even the fucking snap thing that he does is kind of cool. He just walks away. Like, when he first walked up to those girls, the trio of girls who were fucking with Minako, he touched the shoulder. He's like, you know what? I'm sorry. You're right. Have a good day. Let the lesson begin. And then when he fucking berates them and he calls them out of their bullshit and they all break down and start crying, as he's leaving, he was just kind of like, alright, that's it, done. I'm just like, yeah, this dude cool as shit. He cool as shit. Well, let me know what you guys think about this shit though, man. Let me know if you guys are going to watch it, man. Let me know how you feel about all this stuff I'm talking about. Bash Stampede. Go! What's going on, man? It's Vash. I'm here to talk about Owari no Seraph, or Seraph of the End, episode 1, man. This episode, I loved it though, man. I thought it was well animated, and that music